So Marco Meatball released a follow-up video from the video that we reacted to. This video came out 18 hours ago. I've heard crazy shit about this video. It gets worse.
Let's clear some of the air really quick. In July of 2024, Notlon was getting ready to come out, and I made a Twitter post. It's really weird that we're using culture and music from different regions, Africa and Latin America, and then not featuring those people in the game. That is an enormous shame. This led to a sort of explosion of agitation and anger and real, like a real sense of.
Quick question for you guys. What music says the N-word more? Rap music or K-pop? I was thinking about this morning, and it's kind of a toss-up, to be completely honest.
Of outrage, calling me racist, calling me a white pig, telling me that my career was washed up, so on and so forth.
White pig's a good one. I get called the white devil, but I wear that as a badge of honor.
Saying that I wanted Aventurine to die in Honkai Star Rail because I auditioned for it, which I never did. Calling me the leader of the woke movement, or on Bilibili, they call that the ZZZQ movement. Basically, getting essentially review bombed for my video on that, talking about how my videos suck.
That's crazy.
How insincere, how this, that, and the other. And, you know, what am I gonna do? I can't do anything about that. Like, there's a cultural divide there.
Yeah.
That spilled into sort of my YouTube channel, and it spilled into, you know, there was Tectone made a video about it, which is fine. I don't really care about that.
Wait, did I? I mean, I kind of make a video on everything. I don't really remember that shit at all. Yeah, I don't really remember this, to be honest. I talk about a lot of shit. Was it a good video? I don't know, man. Anyways.
About why I was leaving. I made a couple posts about why I was leaving and stopping and making less frequent Genshin videos, so on and so forth. And then on top of that, you know, Wuthering Waves had come out, and that was something I was really looking forward to because I really loved what I played.
You shit-talked him? No, I have no memory of shit-talking Marco Meatball ever. I don't think I did that. If I did, oh well. Man, who don't I shit-talk, to be honest?
In terms of combat with punishing Grey Raven. And so when Wuthering Waves came out, I was like, oh, this is actually what I prefer over Genshin, where oftentimes I felt like the story was sort of all over the place. I didn't really lock in with the story. I always really enjoyed exploration and like sort of seeing the vistas of Genshin. But ultimately, I think what ended up happening is I sort of became very agitated by those comments, and then and then I was putting out the Notlon videos, and there was a conversation around, oh, you're a hypocrite for putting these videos out, and it's like, I never said I was gonna like not involve myself with Genshin. I never said that.
This is your video? Is this actually it? So what is this? He's leaving because of the Hoyo community. 41,000 views 6 months ago. What did I say here? Marco Meatball. Do we know who this is? Marco Meatball? Oh, here we go. Before I read this, let me understand who this is. So he's followed by 11 people that I know. He's followed by Starrel, Lena, Ashikai. Oh, here we go. Brax, Bran. Okay, so apparently he's a pretty well-known guy. Okay. Former opera singer. Okay. Cool. All right, what happened to him? I've slowed down making content around MiHoYo games because the community is really not kind. Oh, yeah, they suck, don't they? Yep. And the crazy thing is, the Hoyo community has permeated and spread to pretty much all good gacha games. So you really can't get, you really can't escape. You can't really escape it. You pretty much have two options. Either get thick fucking skin and stand on business. Yep. Or two, feign positivity all the time. Yep. And kind of stay in your lane. True. And it's kind of sad because this community truly doesn't understand nuance. It really is a fucking shame. But those are the two routes that the majority will end up taking. It's a shame. Or at least the vocal minority that posts comments is not kind. Yeah. This particular community has been accused of glazing for the sake of sponsorship. Called me a washed-up, jealous, untalented singer who just wants to sing on MiHoYo concerts. Make fun of my hairline. Actively rage against me for having a different opinion than them. Implied I hate the company for disliking stories. Jesus Christ. I've always appreciated making videos on a variety of different games, but no one has praised me and so sharply disrespected me as much as the MiHoYo community has. Yep. I have loved being able to voice over in Genshin as well. It's very sad. Oh, is that a thing that's happening? Those of you in this particular community who have appreciated or found value in my videos about the music and understood my perspective, I really do appreciate you, but I know it's most likely a maturity thing with this particular individual on YouTube or Bilibili, but it has really soured my goodwill and desire to make meaningful content on these games. Hey, in my opinion, Marco, I think you're making a very responsible decision. this community sucks. You understand that this community fucking sucks, and getting the fuck out of here before it gets worse is a very smart W decision by you. Appreciate you, dog. If you ever want to talk me up. Oh, so that's why he added me on Discord, because he wanted to talk. Oh, I'm stupid for never adding him back. Okay, yeah, I'm dumb. Okay, so I had his back. Okay, great. What a great guy I am. You hear that, chat? I defended that guy. What a good dude I am. Oh, let's keep going here.
That I was going to boycott Genshin. For me, being that I am friends with people from Latin America, that felt more of a thing that I was more connected to. You know, so I suppose, you know, if people want to say that's hypocritical, then fine. I mean, like I can't control what anybody says about this anymore, and that's fine. And so Wuthering Waves came out. I started to really lean into it. We know how the update to 1.0 happened. We know that 1.0 was kind of whatever. It was good, but it wasn't great, and it felt like a carbon copy of Genshin. Okay, so on and so forth. So I continue to do what I always do, but I don't interact with Honkai Star Rail anymore either, because I was getting auditions for Honkai Star Rail, and what ended up happening was I was actually being spoiled for what was happening. And frankly, I did not enjoy Pentaconi. I didn't enjoy that story arc. It felt overwrought with dialogue, and I just didn't care. I mean, I was not interested in that.
This guy gets it, man. I like this guy. I do. I like this guy. He's merely speaking the truth right now. Very good video.
Interested in ZZZ, but then I was leveling up Ellen, and I was like, hold on, like I'm spending all this time leveling up this character. It's what I do in every single gacha game, and I just sort of got tired of it. It especially because ZZZ is such a concentrated thing where it really feels like you're like leveling up in the same way that you do and spending all your mats and stuff and the time gating. That's all the stuff that happens in every other Hoyo title, and obviously it happens in every other gacha game. I was also playing Arknights at that time on top of other games.
Quit that shit. That game's fucking terrible.
Just gacha games, and so I was kind of just like tired of the thing, so I just stopped playing ZZZ, and also like I'm trying to save money. So then Wuthering Waves comes out 2.0, and I'm really excited about it because it's like it's a real change of pace. I mean, I do think it's defying gacha games and moving in a different direction. I really felt like the story was the predominant important feature of the game, and I also thought that flying was also defying the gacha like game landscape, and it really does feel like Kuro is moving in a different direction.
Yeah, I mean, the flying has been innovative for the space, and I'm also excited for other games and competitors like Ananta to introduce the Spider-Man web-slinging movement that I think is going to be very, very, very well performing amongst the younger demographic. I think they're going to enjoy swinging from building to building with all of the exaggerated swagger of a young black teen.
You can understand that, like, people outside of the gacha sphere, most people think gacha is terrible. Like most people, I have had to defend gacha and my content revolving around gacha games on this channel more than anything else. And there was a point where I was making a lot of Genshin content and people would be like, hey, I'd love for you to stop making so much Genshin content because it's just constantly Genshin content. And to be fair, at that point, I was actually sponsored to Genshin, and I was like, okay, well, like I could have sold out, and I could have only.
My channel is me telling jokes to the 1% of people who actually get it. Gone are the days of puns for intellectuals. Now are the times of incredibly obscure deadpan references.
Only done Genshin and made a shit ton more money. But like that's never been the scope of the channel. This channel's always been about music. It's always been about, all sorts of different kinds of music. People want to use the fact that my channel sort of really took off with FromSoft because that was around the corner of Elden Ring, and that really like thrust the forward momentum of the channel. And then I started 3 years ago. I started reacting to Genshin.
Based FromSoft enjoyer.
And then I sort of doubled down on it, not just because it was popular, but also because I genuinely liked it. I liked Yu Peng Chen's compositions. And then as things have gone on, I've started to realize that like I really like Yu Peng Chen's music. There are other composers there that I also enjoy, but I don't have the connection that some of the people that come onto this channel or the people on Bilibili that were pissed at me, I don't have that emotional connection to Genshin like you guys do. Like that's your game. That's not my game. Last year I played 487 games, guys. I have no allegiance except for maybe Warframe and Guild Wars 2. And even those, I mean, like I constantly.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure this dude was like live to like 37 viewers yesterday on YouTube playing like Sonic 2, right? The thing is, and people really need to understand this, when you play other games, you will understand just how shit Genshin Impact is. Go play Elden Ring, go play Dark Souls, go play Killzone, go play Fable, Viva Pinata, Trouble in Paradise. I mean, fucking Skyrim, and that game's like 1 million years old. You know what I mean? So like, the problem is too many people only play Genshin, only play gachas because that's the genre they fell in love with during COVID, and they don't realize that, guys, there's more than just one game. There are more good games out there, and some people really aren't as mentally ill as you about that fucking game. They're just not. And I'll be real, 2025 is really starting to be the era of my mental illness is your issue. I'm just not about that life, man. If I get cancer for this shit, if I get some negative PR for this shit, I don't care. I don't give a fuck what you think inside your head. I don't give a fuck how you feel in your heart. If it is not the reality of the situation, you will be discredited and made fucking fun of, because we need to move towards a space where logic and facts rule over fallacies and feelings. We just truly don't fucking care, and it's not my job to babysit these fucking retards.
Oscillate. Like, I play everything. So I don't have this mentality or this tribalism where like I only play this or I only play that. Wuthering Waves, I streamed it really intensively for 3 days, 4 days straight,
it's a good game.
5 days straight, and I haven't touched it. And now I'm going to play it again on Saturday. Why? Because I want to. Because there's something I want to get out of that with a skin. And I want to do an event to get that, or I want to pull for a rocha or whatever. Like that's that. I don't really operate in the same way that a lot of other people do, where they have one game where they play it all the time. And you and I all know that gacha games have this tendency to make us obsessive over them because we have to get pull currency.
Sure.
And because we have to like try to beat the 50-50, which is a shit ass model. So I understand that people are upset about that thumbnail. And the thumbnail in question is this one. And I look, I get it. The original concept for this thumbnail was it was actually going to be a mountain. And
so I want to make it very clear that what he just says is, look, man, I get it. Meaning that what he's about to say is in direct response to the criticism of which he was receiving upon people's opinion on his thumbnail. Thank you for the raid, bro. Yo, I hope your stream went great. Chat, remind him to watch the original video when he goes live next. Obviously, this is probably in a YouTube video. Guys, if you don't know, there was a lot of people with some controversy surrounding Marco Meatball. I would like to announce that I'm going to be getting Mr. Pokey and Marco Meatball on a Gacha cast in the upcoming days or weeks.
The mountain was going to be Wuthering Waves on top of the, not on top of the mountain, but like near the top of the mountain with other games near it. Okay. Sure. And it was still going to be the same. This is the thumbnail in question. It was going to be the same concept. And instead we chose to go with this one. And look, I get it. It's inflammatory. Yeah. It's got these two characters essentially drowning in a wave with Carlotta looking in the distance. It's actually a great thumbnail.
So I just simply disagree. I don't think he actually stands by this point, and I would actually love to have him on call to discuss this. I believe this is 1,000,000% a position that he was bullied into giving to kind of give the angry mob a little bit of something to chew on. Be like, okay, guys, look, he apologized, right? But in reality, we all know that thumbnail is fucking nothing. Legit. Or like, are you serious? That thumbnail is not a fucking issue whatsoever. It's literally Kafka just doing her fucking alt animation, Carlotta doing her alt animation, and then Hu Tao making a funny face. Once again, it's the same thing with Valkyrie being forced to apologize for saying no cap on a stack for real, because they were stealing African Americans' vernacular. Oh, let's keep going here.
It's pretty well designed. It tells exactly what the original title was, which was define the gacha stereotypes. And you may agree or disagree with that title. And the thing about it is that upset people. But you gotta understand, like, these are fictional. Like these, none of this is real.
Yeah.
None of this is real.
Yeah.
like people are attacking me and attacking my like life and my background and who I am as a person, saying I'm insincere. That's ridiculous. Look, I mean. There's so much content here that is of a variety, and I continue to try to provide a variety, whether it's Monster Hunter, Wuthering Waves, Sonic, main themes, the video game quizzes. Yeah, there's a couple, it just came out, rhythm games. Yes, look, Honkai Star Rail, actually loved that theme. You know, Warframe, Pokemon, Balatro, Infinity Nikki, the best games of the year.
We need to play more Balatro. That game's good as fuck.
Path of Exile.
Also, Infinity Nikki, the theme song to Infinity Nikki, in my top 10. In my top 10 of Gacha game theme songs. I think it's so good. Oh man, it's so good. Dude, I want to play more Infinity Nikki. I do. You know, the community was actually quite welcoming as well. They were very nice. Perhaps I'll play it again in the future. I was actually really enjoying my time with it. Also, Sophia was playing it, and she only got 3 pieces of the frog outfit, and she needed 7. And she experienced FOMO for the first time in her life. And then she played a game called, I believe it's called Hatsune Miku Colorful Stage. And they had a Hello Kitty banner. She only got 1 of the Hello Kitty characters when there was 5. And I felt so bad for her. I put $120 on her account because at that point I was also addicted to seeing her pull. And I got nothing. It's a fucking scam.
Two, look, a whole video about gacha games. I understand, like, obviously my most popular video is the Scaramouche battle theme, and then, yeah, also La Signora, and then we can go further down. But look at the variety here. My top most played videos. It's not just Genshin Impact. You know, am I grateful for Genshin? Of course I am. I've never been like, fuck Genshin, it's the worst game ever made. But some of
Yeah, that's me. If you want to send hate at anybody, send it at me. And especially do it on Twitter. Send that shit to me, brother. Fuck that game. Fuck people who like Paimon. You're retarded. It's mid. And here's the crazy thing. You know it's mid. And if you don't get it now, you'll get it once you turn 16. Trust me.
you guys are attaching so much of your personhood to a video game, a passive thing that we play to relax. So I understand the upsetness over this thumbnail, that has caused some upsetness, but really, I also think that the upsetness is not actually pointed, I mean, it's pointed towards me because I'm no different than rage baiting drama content creators, because they just like pull everything possible and create drama around it, and they create and they fuel this like sense of like, well, my game's better than this game, and this game's better. But I want you to take a step back and consider the fact that what other game, besides maybe the console wars with PlayStation versus Xbox, do we really see like, well, Sonic is better than Pokemon because of this, and that, or you know, I don't see anybody going, well, Breath of the Wild is better than Genshin Impact. Like, I mean, maybe that's a bad.
Well, that's a horrible example because that's exactly what happened when the game came out. Also, this is very much a thing that happens. I mean, a lot of people would always say, oh man, Pokemon's so much better than Digimon. Digimon's so much better than Pokemon. Dude, One Piece clears Naruto. Dude, Naruto clears Bleach. This happens to everything. It's just a normal part of life.
Comparison, it probably is. So look, I mean, I think this thumbnail was, admittedly, I've been carrying a lot of anger towards a portion of the Genshin Impact community that have decided,
yeah, because they fucking suck,
to like shit all over me. I get it. This thumbnail definitely pushed the edge of what is apparently appropriate for my content, because I guess my channel is a safe space, and I get that I should be more neutral. But also, I made a video not too long ago, and
nah, bro, speak your shit, King. If you got something to say, fucking say it, brother. Bro, if they get upset over that thumbnail, they gonna get upset over everything, right? So here's what you do. Speak your shit. They step up, you squash them. Put your oppressive boot on their ass, and don't delete their comments. Hide the user from the channel. That way they still go and spend their fucking time typing, wondering why nobody liking their comments.
Ask people, should I give you my honest opinion? And the answer was yes. And so I've tried to do that. But that's obviously been met with pushback. And what am I gonna do? Am I not going to celebrate the fact that I like?
Not everyone enjoys making problems. Well, they should, okay? Because I think that these problems eventually lead to solutions.
Like Wuthering Waves more than Genshin? Because why? Because something is owed? Then I owe something to all of these games too. Then guys, these are the most popular videos. Then I owe Kathy Kelly a lot. I owe Ultra Kill a lot. I owe Warframe a lot. I owe World of Warcraft a lot. I owe my buddy Luis a lot. I owe Greg Wanamaker a lot. I owe League of Legends a lot. You know, Baldur's Gate a lot. Like, what am I supposed to do? I mean, like, I'm just a person. So like, I am sorry if my content, it has been a safe space and this thumbnail like triggered you because of all the other bullshit that you see going around. In that case, yeah.
Grow the fuck up. If you got upset at this, you are literally fucking retarded. If the biggest thing that's upsetting you is that your content creator ruined your safe space for Genshin Impact, get a fucking grip, brother.
Yeah, I do feel bad. I like the thumbnail. It really does a good job of articulating how I felt about it. Could we have done it differently? Of course we could have. Of course we could have. But people shit on you for anything. They shit on you if you do a pog face.
True.
They shit on you if your face is even in the fucking picture. Even though we've looked at the stats doing thumbnail A/B testing, and we know that faces actually bring in more views than a static image.
Yep.
And realistically, this video has done well, but it's nothing crazy. I made $65 off of that video. So we can't even act like this video has been done just for the sake of money. You know, and people are like, well, you should toughen up and you should do that. Look, I watched my dad die. And something happens to you when you experience that, bro.
Yep.
I mean, like I cry a lot. I'm a sensitive dude. One has to be sensitive if we're talking about emotion. We're talking about music. So, you know, for those of you that are like, you should just like ignore it. I mean, obviously I don't have a choice.
No, don't ignore it. Just oppress them. You know what I'm saying? Speak your shit and then shadow ban them. Because there's a lot less of those people than you might think. And all you got to do is for the first 3 hours of your video, just shadow ban the retards. They're going to keep watching and they can't interact. Who cares? The haters will always watch more than your loyal followers. And that's what I realize. I understand that there are most likely more hate watchers in this chat than there are people who actually like me. It's the same thing with my YouTube. because people are looking for any opportunity for you to slip up. The difference between love and hatred is so fine. They're practically the same thing. It truly is. Love and hate is that close to being the same thing.
I mean, I guess that's just part of my life, and I kind of have to pick and choose. But like, you can't expect me to make emotional videos talking about the ins and outs of what we feel when we talk about music.
There was this guy who modded for me for 2 years, who's in a previous 11-month sub. His name's Plain Cow. Bro started, bro would be in my stream every single day saying, "Oh, Techie, love you so much. Techie, love you so much." And now this guy is my #1 schizo poster on Twitter, praying for the day that I have my downfall. And the worst thing is, it's never going to happen. Because this whole delusion of this person who you all think I am just doesn't exist. These things that you think I've done just simply didn't happen. And you want proof so desperately bad, and you beg for it. And it'll never come because it didn't happen. Unlike your mother, who did come. Boatloads last night. Anyways, what was I talking about? Yeah, I'm gay.
Without being emotional. That's absurd. That makes no sense. So I won't apologize for being an emotional person and not being able to like tolerate bullshit. This is bullshit. The quality has not changed. A lot of these videos have been in the works have been in the backlog for months. And I've always sort of treated this superficially. Talking about it from an emotional perspective is not going into the weeds of the technicalities. That is not what this channel is about. This channel is a music appreciation channel. This channel is where we talk about music. We talk about music and how it makes us feel. We talk about how a corner makes us feel, how a section makes us feel. I can't talk about everything because, again, you can't.
I don't know what the fuck that means.
So someone might say, hey, you're actually talking too much. On the flip side, they might say it's not talking about enough. But I saw someone say that I was insincere or that I am shallow, and I just don't agree with that. And I will put my foot down about that because it's absurd. That's absurd. I don't know, man. Like, I've been carrying a lot of baggage about the whole Genshin Impact thing, and obviously it sucks to have like a community turn on you because they feel you turn on them.
Yeah, the Genshin community sucks, and their mother swallows. Yep. I need to leave their moms out of this. Someone's mom is watching this right now getting incredibly upset.
Dude, it's a fucking video game, man. I don't know. I feel bad that you're upset. That sucks. I'm still planning on making Genshin Impact content. Like, I'm not going to stop doing that. Because why? Because I'm a hypocrite or what? For saying something bad about a game? What have I really said? What have I really said? I just like, I'm sorry.
The crazy thing is, that video, he didn't even say anything bad about Genshin. Directly. Maybe indirectly. Because he said Wuthering Waves innovated the gacha space. I guess if you're that insecure, you can take that as, is he saying that? Is he saying that Genshin's bad? He didn't say that Genshin innovated this. Yeah. What's going on? Where's my compliment? He got one. Where's mine? Shut up, bitch. You're both pretty. It's fucking embarrassing.
Or making you feel like this was a safe space and then sort of pulling the rug from under you. But I want to remind you that this is a nothing.
Pulling a rug like Donald Trump meme coin.
This is a nothing. And I guess I stepped on a pile of snakes or something and I got bit. Okay, I guess. But like, it's just a nothing. It's a thumbnail. And every person on YouTube, look, every person on YouTube does it. Look, thumbs down, question mark. I'm just sort of tired of having this like back and forth, which is why I deleted X, because I'm tired of it. I open the app every time, and every time it's fucking just bullshit. It's just angry people. And I promised myself I would get off of it, and I just chose to. It's just too much.
Your mom promised she would get off, and okay. Anyways, she did. Okay, I need to relax.
I'm a sensitive guy. I'm not going to change that. Not for you. Not for anybody. I've not even changed that for people that I'm with, significant others. This is who I am. I don't want you to be upset, but I also want to do things the way I want to do them. Nothing's changing on the channel. I'm still going to talk about whatever I want to talk about. I also think about it this way. Every gacha game has a new release every 4 to 6 weeks.
Yep.
I don't want this to be a gacha channel. I don't care if that's what brings in the most views.
Yep.
People talk about selling out and stuff. When I stopped making as many videos for Genshin, I left that sponsorship. I'm not sponsored by Kuro. We tried. They didn't go for it. Like, I don't know, guys. I mean, I don't know. I feel bad.
It's because they spent all their money sponsoring me. I'm so sorry, Marco. Yeah, unfortunately, I did hear they blew all the big bucks on getting the premier gacha streamer to be under a consistent partnership. It is what it is. Also, sorry to Fob Master. Apparently, I cut your rate in half just to make it work, but it is what it is. Yeah, you know what I mean.
It sucks. I don't have an allegiance to any game.
Same.
I've never had an allegiance to any game.
Nor should you. Corporate loyalty is one of the dumbest things I've ever fucking heard. Now, I understand if you are fond of a particular company, like for me, example, Pokemon. Love Pokemon. But if they release a shit game, I'm just not going to play it. And that's it. I don't owe them anything. If Legend of Zelda releases a new game, if it's shit, I'm not going to play it, no matter how much I love the franchise. Blind loyalty to any product or service is one of the dumbest things you can do. And if you have that, you're just a brainless consumer. And you are prone to being manipulated and used in the near future. So please be my new girlfriend.
I really am sorry if you felt like this was a safe space.
I'm sorry, bro. I'm crazy sometimes, man.
And you got your rug pulled out from under you. I mean, not going to jump on everything. It's been 3 years. We're 3 years into this guy, February 11th. I'm just cruising. I'm just trying to always find my footing. I don't know. For those of you that this doesn't apply to, like, sorry. I mean, it's just, it's problematic. Yeah. All right. I'll talk to you later. Hopefully this clarified some things. Like, we're good. We're cruising. I'll talk to you later.
Well, unfortunately, that was his last video ever. Marco Meatball died. The Genshin Impact community got him. Anyways, great video, Marco. Yeah, fuck the Genshin community. They're all a bunch of sensitive pussies. You're gonna give a like to old Marco Meatball and probably see him on an upcoming Gacha cast very soon. Love y'all. Appreciate y'all. And I'll see y'all real soon. I'm out. Wait, pinned comment. What's going on here? What's the pinned comment? Let me be clear. This is the last and only time I'll be talking about this whole thing. It has been blown completely out of proportion. I cannot help you if you choose to not watch this video. I will reiterate that the Wuwa community has been just as crap as the GI Hoyo community on several occasions. This thumbnail is not why I left X. I left the platform because it sucks. And this was like one of 8 different situations that made me confirm and realize that it was time to leave. I recognize that it is impossible for people to not speak badly about me at this size, and I guess the visibility of the channel. If you're still angry or agitated, all I can say is consider that a game doesn't define you or your emotions. Well, what if I sexually identify as Paimon, and you owe it to yourself to take time to separate yourself from the creators that cause you to feel badly? If that includes me, I applaud and encourage you to do so. This has been 8 months coming, and while I'm sorry it came to a head, it's about time we discuss it. I wish you the best. Hey, great comment.